Kentucky clerk Kim Davis back at work this morning again, but not backing down. Yesterday at this time, she agreed to an emergency stopgap, allowing her deputy clerks to issue licenses with her name removed. But our next guest says Davis is still staying true to her convictions. Joining us right now is presidential candidate, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, who we should point out. Governor, you offered to trade places with her, didn't you?
Well, I feel very strongly about this. When a person is put in jail for following not only her convictions, which is protected under the First Amendment, but also following the only specific law she had in front of her, which was the Kentucky Constitution and the statutes of Kentucky. Yes, the Supreme Court made a very divided ruling, but the implementation of that ruling is really far-fetched. And I think people are just forgetting that when the founders created our government, checks and balances were there to keep government from doing things rapidly and in haste, and that's exactly what has happened. And there's great confusion all over the country about how do you implement this very ridiculously unconstitutional decision that the court has made.
And that's why it was so extraordinary that this judge out in Kentucky threw her in jail.
Well, it was what I call the criminalization of Christianity. She had strong convictions. This violated her basic convictions. People say, well, she should just step aside. People forget she was elected under a Kentucky constitutional provision voted on by 75% of the people that clearly defined what marriage is. The confusion this has created, and by the way, Steve, she is one of hundreds of officials across the country who refuse to grant licenses, county clerks and others. Most states make an accommodation.
Surely.
For some reason, the governor of Kentucky decided to play hardball with her and let her just, go swinging at the end of the rope of the judge. And the judge, in one of the most amazing overreaches I've seen, actually put her in jail for 6 days. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Governor, what's the message by what she's gone through out in Kentucky? What's the message to people of faith regarding this?
Well, I think people need to wake up and realize that the people of faith in this country are genuinely under attack. This is not about giving certain people their rights. It's about denying others theirs. And that's why you see out in Oregon a couple fined $135,000 because they wouldn't make a cake for a same-sex couple. It's why you see people hauled up before civil rights commissions because they wouldn't cater or do the photography for an event. The question is, who's next? Yeah. Is it your pastor? Is it your Christian school administrator? If you don't bow down to this really amazingly new and hastily put together definition of marriage, then does that make you a bigot? Does that make you somebody who is going to be pushed by the court and sent to jail? We've already seen the first person go to jail over it.
We have indeed. All right, Governor Mike Huckabee, who is now going to end the phone call and fly out to California to be in the big debate tomorrow night. Governor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you as well. All right, Mike. You're right. It brought a smile to our face.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks.
Chris Christie, thanks for the slogan.
No.
All right.